Physical inventory count. 3 words even the most experienced warehouse manager often dreads to hear. Even with the best preparation, sometimes things don't always go to plan, and many warehouse managers find themselves experiencing the same common pitfalls. We often refer to these as the 7 deadly sins to avoid during your physical inventory count. Those 7 sins are: Sin number 1, you focus on the negatives. First things first, look on the bright side. Although pain, stress and time are commonly associated with stock taking, believe it or not, there are some benefits to keeping on top of your inventory. Counting your inventory gives you the chance to reconcile physical stock to the stock levels in your computer software, identify variances, and discover issues with inventory management and control, which in the long run can all lead to cost savings for your business. Sin number 2, you don't organize your warehouse well enough. Remove some of the pain of inventory counting by maintaining a well-organized warehouse. Sounds simple, but keeping your warehouse clean and tidy with easily identifiable stock items doesn't only help during counts, daily activities such as picking orders and putting away deliveries also become easier. Think well-labeled inventory areas, clear signage, and item descriptions. And, if an area doesn't have any stock, then label it with what will be there in the future. Sin number 3, you fail to prepare. The old saying, fail to prepare to fail, couldn't be more appropriate when it comes to gearing up for a physical inventory count. Schedule your count way in advance, and let your customers, suppliers, and production team know about your plans, so any adjustments to supply can be with as much notice as possible, and employees can prepare for the count. If you have time, try a practice run to help estimate the time and resources needed for the actual count. Sin number 4, you avoid using technology. Why count inventory items by hand when technology can do the job for you? The monotonous nature of inventory counting can lead to miscounts and reworks. If the items you're counting are identical and have a fixed or known weight, think about using a digital counting scale in place of counting by hand. Sin number 5, you assume your team's experience. Make sure your employees know what's expected of them. Start by splitting up your workforce and give them specific areas to work on. If your warehouse is huge, draw up a map of the warehouse which shows where items are located. This also makes it easier to assign people to each section. Or, even better, physically show your team where the items are located. Give stock takers clear guidance on the way they should count. For example, start at the top shelf and work your way down, left to right. And get supervisors to spot check certain areas to ensure maximum levels of accuracy, and avoid additional counts further down the line. If you are using a counting scale, go over the proper use with employees. Sin number 6, you drag it out. Despite the mammoth task involved, don't spend longer on your inventory count than you need to. There are many ways to minimize downtime and disruptions, such as bringing in extra labor, holding a count after normal working hours, or using counting technology, which can cut your auditing time by up to half. By the way, we sell and rent counting scales. Sin number 7, you trust the labels. As keen as you and your team might be to finish, never try to speed the process up by trusting what's on the label of a box or guesstimating quantities. Don't cut corners. Open, count, and keep track of everything. Yes, we know this is time-consuming, but you'll thank us later. Once again, this is where using a digital scale can save a lot of time. There you have it, the 7 deadly sins of physical inventory count. Join the hundreds of businesses across the United States who trust Central Carolina Scale to provide counting scales for rent. These scales will help you quickly count your inventory and increase your counting accuracy. Please call 919-776-7737 to get started today.